And welcome back here to Live Now from Fox. Gorgeous nighttime view there of Lady Liberty in New York Harbor. What we want to do right now, though, is check in with some of our colleagues at Fox 5 New York on the deadly New York City helicopter crash that occurred just last Thursday that it took the lives of 6 people there on board that helicopter. We're now learning that NTSB investigators have recovered more of this debris. We're also hearing from the FAA about that particular helicopter tour company. Joining me to discuss all of this even more is our friend there at Fox 5 New York, Sharon Crowley. She joins me. Sharon, good to see you here. I know you've been following this story ever since it broke. You were on the air for hours, but there are major developments today, are there not?
Absolutely. In fact, one of the major things is they're no longer going to have to look in the Hudson River. They've gotten everything they need to look at to really begin this investigation. Let's take a look at some of the pictures from the NTSB that they just posted out this evening. Now, they say they have recovered the downed helicopter's main rotor system, including the transmission and the roof beam, and they also recovered the tail rotor. This after divers, as you know, have been scouring the Hudson River near Jersey City, New Jersey, for days now. The sightseeing helicopter broke apart in midair, killing the pilot and a family that was visiting New York from Spain. Now, the main rotor detaching in one piece from the fuselage, and when it was recovered, it may help the NTSB figure out exactly what happened. And we have another development that happened also. The FAA is grounded operations for the company that was responsible, that owned the helicopter that was involved in this deadly crash. The New York helicopters, the Charter Incorporated, can no longer operate until the end of the FAA's investigation. They're very concerned about, they want to look at all the safety records, how things were operating there, who was there, and they also are concerned that this tour company retaliated against one of its employees, its director of operations, when that director of operations responded to the FAA's request and grounded the fleet. So we will see what happens going forward, but they are not allowed to fly again. And you've heard local politicians also saying maybe we should just have helicopters flying for emergency, like hospital choppers to carry sick people or emergency responders. Maybe we don't need sightseeing helicopters up and down the Hudson River and the East River because of all these incidents that seem to happen every couple of years.
Yeah, I mean, we showed our viewers, Senate Minority Leader Schumer was speaking on this very issue yesterday. He was asked by a reporter, would you get in a helicopter over Manhattan? He said no. I was shocked by that answer.
I know. And there are still people taking sightseeing helicopters. There are other companies, as you know, and they were up in the air today looking at the sites. But it does beg the question, what did happen in this incident? And until we know more about that, you really do wonder whether it's safe to fly in one of these sightseeing helicopters.
All right, Sharon Crowley there live for us with Fox 5 New York. Sharon, great reporting as always. We'll check in soon.
Okay, sounds good. Thank you.
All right, in the meantime here, I do want to just put up that statement from the acting administrator of the FAA. I want to read it in full here. This is from the FAA acting director, Richelieu. He says this, that the FAA has issued an emergency order grounding New York Helicopter Charter, Inc., which operated the Bell 206 helicopter that crashed Thursday in the Hudson River. The FAA is taking this action in part because after the company's director of operations voluntarily shut down flights, he was fired. The agency also began a comprehensive review of the company's operations. The review, known as a Certificate Holder Evaluation Program, determines whether an operator complies with the applicable regulation and effectively manages safety and identifies hazards and risks so the FAA and operator can mitigate them. So that is why, at least temporarily, for now, indefinitely, New York Helicopter Charter, Inc. ceasing operations at the direction of the FAA. That is quite stunning there. All right, in the meantime, we are staying in New York. Live picture there, back out live to Lady Liberty. In the meantime, we do have to update you on yet another tragic air accident. We're staying in New York for that. We're going to go upstate.